Hello, citizens of YouTube. This is the Geeky Nerd here, and today we're going to be doing a viewer-suggested video. And of course, some title, you already know what it is. It is what makes a perfect truck gun and what is my perfect truck gun. So before I get too deep in the weeds, I'd like to send a big thank you out to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed. I appreciate you guys. Keep up the work. And if you're new to the channel here, welcome. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. So with that PR out the way, let's get into it. Now, for myself personally, I don't subscribe to the traditional truck gun ideology. I do see its merit, and I have done it to kind of an extent. But for me, I conceal carry on the regular. I conceal carry this Glock 19X peanut butter Glock. Though, maybe switching it up soon. Stay tuned for that. Nothing wrong with the Glock, but variety's the spice of life, and it's always good to try things out and be well equipped in all the different types of firearms that are out there. But for a truck gun, for me personally, don't really do it myself. Now, there have been times where I have carried these two, and if there is a truck gun combo made in heaven, I'd say it's these two. Because for myself, my ideology is that a truck gun should fill the void with the best capacity and capacity mean, the ability to do, not like rounds. Of course, rounds are also helpful too. You can fit a 33 in there. Anyway, I'm sorry, geeky nerd moment there. Is to fill the void that your current weapon has, or to fill the void where you have a lack of weapon is. So in some states, you may not be able to conceal carry, but you may be able to have it locked up in your car, ammunition separate, what have you, in which case this will be perfect, because if you can't conceal carry, you might be able to carry a rifle, because pistols are kind of viewed differently in different states, but you guys know your own laws best. But anyway, you might be able to carry a weapon to where it's better to have something some of the time than nothing none of the time, and if you can have it, 5 minutes better than, never having it at all. So if you have it in your car, I get that. But this combo right here is what I would consider best to work together. The Keltec Sub 2000, I would not choose as a standalone. I would only choose it in this configuration here. Personally, if I was to go with a standalone to where you can't carry a pistol, bottom line is a Grand Power Strybog. Love mine. It's fantastic. If I have to have just one locked in the car, ready to go, it's going to be that one. I don't currently have it right now because it's being worked on, but stay tuned for that for a later video. But this combo, I think, works perfectly if you have both. It's like the, matching set. And why do I say that? Well, before we start messing around too much, safety check, nothing there, nothing there, and this bad boy, nothing there. So, all good, all safe to proceed, as I always do before any videos, but always good to double check, right? You never know if one, fairy round just makes its way in there. Anyway, for this, like I said, I carry the 19X. Well, the 19X can do pretty much everything I would need it to. It does fall short in a few areas, though, to where it can make up with this. And one of which is sight radius. So, fold the sub here. You got to admit, that's pretty cool. Sight radius. So, sight radius, for those of you guys that don't know, is basically the distance between your front sight and your rear sight. And why do you want a longer sight radius? Well, for one, it lowers the margin of error when you're aiming, because on a standard gun, handgun, if you're aiming down the sights, you have the slightest little twitch will adjust your sights, more than if you're aiming down this sight. You have a little bit more of a leeway, a little bit more forgiveness when you're shooting, which is nice to have. Also, if you're trying to make an accurate long distance shot, looking through, lining up a notch with a target, which pretty much covers the entire thing, as opposed to a peep, it's gonna be a lot easier with the peep. Additionally, is if you needed longer distance for that round to be able to reach out to a longer distance, or you needed more quote unquote knockdown power, or general foot-pounds of energy dispersed into a target. And the 19X here, chambered in 9mm, obviously. If you put that same round into a 16.5-inch barrel, what you get is the round actually has more burn time and increases its velocity in the barrel because it is a longer barrel, obviously. And what that translates to is more foot-pounds of energy, more velocity, equating to around a 357 Magnum. Now, obviously, it's not exact, and obviously, a 357 Magnum is superior. But for what you're getting, it definitely does give it that little step up. And why would you want that? Well, if you're trying to hit a target out to about 100 yards, you can try to pot shot it with your pistol. However, it's going to be a lot more difficult than if you do it with a rifle. Also, if that little extra couple, maybe 200 foot-pounds or 200 feet per second of velocity is going to help that 9mm just reach just a little bit flatter out to its intended target. So that's one good thing to have. Also with this is the fact that it has a threaded barrel, which is super duper nice. So for my standard carry, if I want to shoot suppressed with this, obviously I have to change out the barrel. It isn't that hard, but it isn't what I naturally carry. However, if I wanted to be able to shoot suppressed, that's a heck of a lot easier with here than having to change out a barrel, do all that fun stuff with this. This one's already ready to go. Another thing that I consider important in truck gunner, why I kind of picked this combo is Amazine. Oh gosh, guys. Magazine compatibility. Now, this is a Keltec Sub 2000 Glock 1722 magazine compatibility. They make a 19 one, which just has a shorter one. I've seen people just kind of chop off the bottom of here and make it can fit a 19 because it's just plastic. But I went with this one because this is the configuration I was intending going. So if I am unable to use this, take this mag. It's magic. And it works perfectly fine. Just normal use. So nothing too crazy there. But it's nice to be able to have that. So if I have this in the, keep this in the 19X, and then I have my spare magazine loaded up in here, I'm ready to go. And if I need to, run out of ammunition in one, I can swap to the other. Touching on ammunition, they obviously both take 9mm. It's great to be able to carry one consistent caliber in your truck gun to be able to be used. Now, that isn't saying that if you have a different caliber, like a higher, like a more in the upper scale, I guess you could say, to attack a different type of threat, i.e. 5.56, that has its place too. But for me, again, personally, I would much rather have dual ammo compatibility. And what I've traditionally used this setup for is if I'm going like backpacking, like country woods, kind of out in the middle of the sticks, then this is the combination I'll take. I'll just take this, fold it up, put it in the backpack, put a mag in there, ready to go. I do not put a round in the chamber with this just because of, the bolt and trigger, and yeah, you have a safety, but I just don't like the whole combination. So I keep a round in, but nothing in the pipe. And of course, obviously, because it's folded in half. And then this will just stay on the hip. So it isn't a truck gun per se, but definitely the killer combo, I would say. Rounding it out, guys, in short, that's essentially my truck gun video take. Sorry if it wasn't exactly what you guys were thinking as far as what makes a truck gun. Again, it's not my personal preference, but this would be my take if I was to rock a truck gun in the traditional manner. But if you don't have either one of these and you're looking for just a truck gun to keep in the truck and, that's it, that is your emergency gun. Should you ever need it, it's in your vehicle, you know where your vehicle is at. Grand Power Starbelg SP9A3. That's my personal preference. That's just me. But if you stuck around this long, guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Let me know what your guys' truck gun is, if you guys kind of are in the same mindset that I am, or if not, or what have you. But with that said, I hope everyone is having a wonderful, awesome, fantastic day. I'll catch you guys next time. See you guys.